The global economic crisis is real, and many countries the world over are working towards lessening the impact on their economies. In the studio today, we've been joined by the United States of America Ambassador to Zambia, Mr. Donald Booth. Welcome to Focus, and may I take this opportunity to congratulate you first on your new president.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Okay. Firstly, tell us what brings you to the Copper Belt.
Well, I'm on my first trip to Copper Belt. I've been in Zambia a little over 3 months, and I'm trying now to get out to see the countryside and see what's really happening in Zambia. One of the reasons I wanted to come to the Copper Belt early on in my tenure as ambassador to Zambia was because of the economic crisis around the world. I think one of the ways that it is having its impact the most on Zambia is in the copper mining industry. And so I wanted to come up to Copper Belt and see firsthand what was happening and how people are coping, and to listen and see what people are thinking about their future given the current crisis.
So what have been your findings so far?
Well, I've found that people are certainly concerned about the job losses, and certainly looking for some light at the end of the tunnel to know that eventually they will be able to get back to work. And at the same time, I've seen people looking to find diversification. I understand there are some programs underway now to allocate land to people who would like to go back into agriculture. The Zambian government, I know, is supporting a diversification of the economy, this diversification drive. And President Obama, in his short time in office, has been very, very active in trying to get an economic stimulus package in place so that we can begin to turn around the U.S. economy, begin to turn around jobs, and begin to come up with some of the positive news that's needed to turn an economy from a downward spiral into an upward spiral. I think it's also important to realize that the world economy has become very interconnected. And just as we in the United States have prospered over the past 10 years, the rest of the world has as well. And many hundreds of millions of people have, for the first time in the last 10 years in the economic expansion, have been lifted out of poverty. And now we're all, unfortunately, facing the downturn together. And we do have to hang together. But I think one of the important things that we need to keep in mind is that we can't abandon the principles of market economics. After all, throughout history, it's been shown that it's the market economy, it's the private sector that has really been the engine of growth, the engine that has generated wealth and has lifted people out of poverty, has improved living standards, improved people's lives. Okay. And so the interventions that are being proposed by President Obama and by governments in many other countries are not indictments saying that the market system is finished. It is simply an effort by governments to jumpstart those markets, to get them functioning again. The origins of the current crisis began in the financial sector, and the financial sector provides the credit that enables companies to continue paying their suppliers, that enables importers to finance their imports. And when those credits dry up because of a crisis of confidence in the financial sector, that's when the economy contracts. And so what we're really combating is a crisis of confidence in many ways.
Like you mentioned earlier, the United States President is working towards programs that will stimulate the economy, and some of these programs are job creation. And yet, back here in Zambia, we've been hearing of governments saying that more job losses are anticipated. What do you think are some of the lessons that our government can learn from your government as far as, curtailing some of these things is concerned?
Well, the approach that the President Banda has articulated to the Parliament, and I was there when he gave his address to Parliament about a month ago, of one of diversifying the economy and also utilizing this period to sort of build the foundations to have an even stronger economy going forward. So this is a period where investing in the Zambian people, investing in the education sector, for example, is important, so that you have the educated workforce ready when the economic situation improves. that you're working to build the infrastructure that will enable the agricultural sector and the tourism sectors and the manufacturing sector to become equally important parts of the Zambian economy. I mean, Zambia is extremely well endowed with water resources. It could be a major hydroelectric producer and even exporter to the region. It's well endowed with climate and soils that could enable it to be the breadbasket of the region and to export beyond the region.
I would also like you to comment on donor aid coming from the United States, as far as most of the program, let me say, on HIV/AIDS are concerned in Zambia. What is the direct impact on the programs that receive donor aid from the states?
Well, the United States has spent last year about $330 million in Zambia in assistance, and basically in the health area, the education area, and in agriculture. The largest part of that, as you noted, is in combating the scourge of HIV/AIDS. And I think that indeed the decline in the prevalence rates are due in large part to the efforts of the United States through the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, or PEPFAR, the various activities that the United States has funded here in Zambia, working very much in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the National AIDS Council to work on prevention, on counseling and testing, safety of the blood supply, provision of antiretroviral drugs to those who need them. This is a program that we see continuing. In fact, the U.S. Congress has indicated it would like this program to go on for 5 more years globally, with even more funding than in the past. We've also initiated here the malaria initiative. Clearly, malaria is a disease that kills even more people, I think, than AIDS does in Zambia. And what I've been told by the experts is a lot of progress has been made in reducing the incidence of malaria, and that malaria really can be eliminated from Zambia as a public health threat over the next few years. So I'm very excited about the accomplishments that have been made in combating these 2 major health threats to the Zambian people, while at the same time the United States assistance has contributed to training healthcare workers and building healthcare facilities. In fact, that's one of the things I'm doing while I'm here in Copperbelt Province, is going to some of the healthcare facilities that we have either helped renovate or we're supporting the programs there in areas of AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis. In education, my personal view is that really is the best investment that we are making, because it's an investment in the children of Zambia and in the future of Zambia. And I just came from a brief stop at the new Catholic University of Zambia, which is a new degree-granting institution. And I was very impressed with what has been done there. Met some very enthusiastic and intelligent, motivated students. And I would like and hope that we will be able to do more in the education area.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for according us an opportunity to talk to you on Focus.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be on television here in Kitwe with you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Well, that was the United States of America Ambassador to Zambia, His Excellency Donald Berth, talking to us about the global economic crisis. Just now we take a break. We have more stories coming up after this.